Well, hello and welcome back to MBE Box Office, where we discuss and break down the best performing films within the United Kingdom's box office. And Stephen, this is for the weekend of May 24th to 26th, 2019.
Yep.
What do we have in at number one this week, Stephen? It's a surprise.
Number one this week, John. It's first week.
And it is a surprise.
It is. It's Aladdin. And it comes in at 5.7 million over the weekend. 9.6 million overall. I take it this must have been out before the weekend, and due to those figures not equaling out there.
I think it came out, if my memory serves me correctly, Stephen, it may have come out on the Thursday.
Yeah.
Or something like that anyway, just prior to the weekend. 9.6 million though, and it's opening sort of a weekend. 5.7 million in its opening weekend proper. Pretty decent start.
It is.
For obviously another Disney remake, Stephen. I've really enjoyed it. I went to see it, not in its opening weekend, just after this show is obviously a week behind, as we say, time and again. I did go and see it, really enjoyed it. Don't understand the criticism that a lot of people have been perhaps throwing the way of Will Smith, although I say that most people seem to be admitting that he was pretty decent. I thought he was damn good, probably the best thing in the movie, Stephen, out with Naomi Scotch Jasmine. She's got an incredible voice. Yeah. Even Mina Masood as well as Aladdin, very, very good. I thought there was elements that weren't as good as the original. Jafar wasn't quite as good as the original. He was an annoying little git in this. Still a decent enough antagonist, but just didn't have that sort of a gravitas of the original. The voice didn't quite hit off. That was the only disappointing side. I really enjoyed the animation. I liked the music. I thought it was a great reworking of the classic story. Brought back my childhood. Really, really enjoyed it, as I did say. I can't get the box office number for worldwide just now, Stephen, because I'm quite frankly not on the right page. But if you want to nick in, then I'll try and find it.
I'll try my best, John. I've not seen the movie yet. I'm going to go and see it this week. Obviously, when this show goes out, I've probably already seen it. I mean, I love the second trailer more than the first one. The first one we did a reaction for, and we were a little bit surprised with obviously some of the CG, but.
Well, it didn't change.
No, but I think it was.
I
think it's just conditioning yourself because you're that used to the Robin Williams, version. Will Smith, I didn't think he would let us down anyway.
No, he didn't.
But you're always going to get that criticism. I'm already hearing the rumblings about the Lion King's criticism. It's
not an actual live action movie.
No film is perfect, I'm afraid.
No, you sadly can't get live lines in, Stephen. To act in front of a camera.
They don't pay attention at drama school, that's the problem.
No, they don't. $445.9 million worldwide, Stephen. $183 million budget. That is a whopping success. Yep. And hats off to Disney. And I think it was Guy Ritchie, what was it, who did?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, who strangely directed it. Not a movie I would have expected.
Funnily enough, John, I found that out last week, that he was directing it. I was taken aback.
You can see some of his flourishes in there, Stephen, but by and large, your man Will Smith is the main sort of a thing that keeps you going throughout, just his antics, the personality. Not quite as good as a great Robin Williams performance, but it's different. He's got his own stamp on it.
It had to be, didn't it?
And I really enjoyed it, as I did say. Really enjoyed all the visuals and whatnot. But look, Stephen, we shall move on to number two.
Yeah, number two this week, John, is Rocketman, obviously the Elton John biopic.
Yeah.
And it's in first week, 5.4 million over the weekend, and of course overall. Yeah,
Stephen, this is also the Taron Egerton sort of a biopic film, as you did say, about the great Elton John, some would say. I would agree. I thought he was a fantastic artist, one of the best out of Britain. 5.3 million, that's a not bad start, Stephen, for a sort of a musical, I think they said fantasy biopic. Yep. They reined that chat in a little bit after the success of Bohemian Rhapsody, though. Kind of started obviously promoting it as an out-and-out biopic, try to retread the successful steps of Bohemian Rhapsody. 28 point, no, that's not the right movie. I'll get to the worldwide in a second. Clicked the wrong link. But it's a very decent start, as I did say, Stephen. $56.2 million after one weekend. It's only got a $40 million budget. It's going to make a profit. Yeah. It's just how much of a profit it's going to make. I haven't had the chance to go and see it yet. No. By all accounts, Taron Egerton, very good friends with Elton John now, stayed over with him whatnot with his partner. Got a fantastic singing voice. Seems to have dived right into the role. Really taking it on in his blood, sweat and tears for this, Stephen. So look, I've not seen it. I can't speak about the artistic side, but I will get around to seeing it because it did intrigue me.
Yeah, along with Aladdin, John, we do have a few of these actually on our blog that are going to be coming.
All the more reason to go and see it.
Yeah, exactly. And we will be discussing that on the blog rundown as well in the weeks to come. But listen, we'll move on to number 3, John. It's The Secret Life of Pets 2. I know that you've went to see this in its first week. 3.5 million over the weekend, 6.3 million overall.
Yeah, 680 theatres, Stephen. That's very decent again. Start for, I think, Universal. Obviously, it's Illumination, I think, Studios who do this. They did the original, obviously, Secret Life of Pets. So we get a very distinct visual effect going on. It's different to the likes of Pixar and whatnot. You can pick it out right away. Again, the visuals are fantastic in this movie. It's grossed $28.4 million worldwide, Stephen. I did say to you, though, having went to see it, not as good as the original for me. The story wasn't quite as good. I don't know why. It just seemed fragmented.
Yeah.
It went off in 3-4 different directions. You had Snowball, Kevin Hart's character, the little rabbit, becoming a superhero. He's putting on the superhero costume that his owner, the little girls, put on him as like a playtime thing. He goes off and tries to help this new dog. I want to say it's a new dog. I think it's... I can't recall what the name of the new dog is, but he goes off with her anyway. It may be Gidget, to try and save this circus cat, tiger.
Right.
And then you've got, obviously, Peyton Oswalt's Max, the main sort of a dog character. Him and Duke and their family go to a farm. They meet Harrison Ford's dog, Rooster. They're doing their thing. And then Daisy, I think, is the other cat figure, which has got a romance figure. It's all fragmented.
Yeah, you did say the story was a little bit all over the place, John. It reminded me of the second Lego movie, the way that panned out.
Yeah.
Rather than going the way The Incredibles 2 did, it superseded, the original film. I'm sad to hear that because I did like the original movie.
Oh, it's still a good movie, Stephen, but just never seemed to bring the story back into a cohesive sort of end. They try to build the characters off in these different directions, hopefully bring it in, and then face off against this circus antagonist. Some Russian guy, Sergei, I think his name was. Didn't work. The antagonist didn't hit home. He wasn't really in the film all that often, and it just felt fragmented. We said it was like a Billy Connolly tangent. Unlike The Great Man, they weren't able to come back and complete what they'd set up, which is a shame, but it started strongly, Stephen. Hopefully it makes money, because Illumination are a fantastic studio, so I want to see them have some success.
Fingers crossed, John. Number 4 this week, it's John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. And its second week, it's grossed now 1.4 million over the weekend, 6.4 million all overall.
Yes, Stephen, that's a pretty decent start, I have to say. It's not absolutely earth-shattering in terms of performance, but what can you say? I think it's like 60-70 million pounds.
Yeah.
Breaks you into the top 15, 20 in the United Kingdom's all-time list. So 6 million is not too bad. Worldwide, $221.6 million. I had a budget of, I believe, $55 million or something, 50 million. Already made a profit. And Keanu and Chad Stahelski and whatnot are already talking about a fourth movie, and they've got stories in line and outlined, and they've got ideas, and they're going to make it, because that is a successful film. It will just have more success. Not been out that long. $250 million after 2 weeks is pretty sensational.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
It's a good film as well, John.
It was brilliant.
I did. We talked about it last week on the blog rundown. I put it on par with the second film. That wasn't, a negative on my part or anything like that. I loved the second movie. I just didn't think it was exceeded the original movie, but it's very hard to do that. But listen, we'll move on to number 5, John. Pokémon Detective Pikachu in its third week. It's grossed another £1 million over the weekend, 10.5 million overall. Yeah,
Steve, that's 62.9% drop in its third weekend. It's doing okay though. £10.5 million is pretty decent. 5 weeks in. Is that right? 5 weeks in? 3 weeks in, sorry. I'm looking at Endgame, which we'll get to next. Worldwide, $392.1 million off of off of a $150 million budget. I said, Stephen, last week, this is the signs of a budding franchise. I think it's Warner Brothers will look to expand this out. Probably utilise Ryan Reynolds again, utilise the guy that played his son. I can't recall his name off of my head, but it was a very good film. I really enjoyed it.
John Rob Letterman?
Might have been Rob Letterman.
Stephen, rings a bell. I think it might have been. Listen, it's okay. You don't have to.
I'll have a little look just now.
It just rings a bell because I know we were talking about him the other week.
Rob Letterman.
It was. With his kind of snidey comments about. So
he was right.
He was totally
because
right.
The visuals are superb in this movie, Stephen.
I think as well, you get Ryan Reynolds, perfect casting for the role as well. So
Ryan's spreading himself out afar now, Stephen.
Who would have thought we'd be saying that, 5 years ago when we didn't like him?
Yeah.
But listen,
I never really knew him, Stephen. I don't think I could ever truly hate Ryan Reynolds if I realised what he was always like.
Yeah. Listen, we'll move on, John.
Yes.
Number 6 this week.
Yes.
Avengers Endgame. in its 5th
Shocking.
week, which I'm surprised about. It feels like it's been out forever.
Yeah.
It's grossed just under £1 million, £900,000 over the weekend, a massive 87.6 million overall.
Yes,
in 5
it's dropped
weeks.
60% on its 5th weekend, Stephen. £87 million. I think it's now up to number 3 in the all-time list. It's probably about £6 million away from Spectre, I think.
Right.
I think it should catch Spectre. It's not got a hope in hell of beating The Force Awakens, which is sitting at £126 million overall. Will it catch the Avatar as the all-time grossing number 1 movie though, Stephen? It's now sitting just over £2.7 billion worldwide. It's got another £70 million dollars still to go. Can it do it? Do you think it'll beat it 5 weeks in? With the likes of Godzilla coming out?
That's the thing, John.
Yeah.
You've got to take into consideration what's coming out as well.
The Lion King.
Avatar, on its original release, did they do the 3D thing initially, or was that
Oh yeah, it was always
to
3D.
boost it further on down the line?
Oh no, yeah, that was like the thing that boosted the 3D. That's created the whole 3D.
Endgame's already, played that card, haven't they? So,
yeah, and you need to remember, I think Avatar re-released as well. They've done another re-release to bump it up. I think it
they did an Elvis little less conversation then to
another
beat the Beatles.
$40 million it grossed up second release.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Thinking about Godzilla coming out, it might do it damage actually. In fact, it will do it damage. There's no might about it. Probably not, John.
I hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong.
Good
I
Lord.
do, because it's one of the best blockbuster films, if not the best blockbuster films I've probably seen over the last 10-15 years.
Yeah, Stephen, it's sitting in second in the United Kingdom's all-time list. It's
Yeah.
sitting in second in the United States all-time list as well. $815 million. It's just $70 million away. I hope to God that they'll keep it out for another 5-6 weeks and it just sneaks over the line, but it's going to be tight.
Yeah.
But I hope
Listen,
it does.
number 7 this week, John, it's A Hustle, and it's 3rd week. It's grossed £300,000 over the weekend, 3.1 million overall. We did a reaction for this,
We
maybe,
did,
didn't we?
yes.
Or did we do 2, I think? I can't remember.
It was 2,
It
yeah.
was 2, yeah.
We were keen to
Yeah.
get those views, Stephen. The first one done all right,
Yeah.
second one not so good.
Can't even remember the second one.
Yeah, it's the Rebel Wilson, I think, Anne Hathaway release.
Mhm.
It's about a hustle and it's about her teaching this green sort of a faced Rebel Wilson character. It's completely alien to hustling people.
Yeah.
She brings her into that world. I've not seen it, Stephen. I did like the look of the trailers. For whatever reason, I haven't had the chance to go and watch it
Yeah.
as of yet. But look, it's doing okay. £3 million. It couldn't have had a massive budget. I think I actually said the budget last week. I've not got it right in front of me right now. Its budget, it's not even got the budget. I couldn't have said it. I'm talking crap. But worldwide, $73.9 million. It's
The premise
okay.
of this does remind me of Kingsman.
Yeah.
Bringing this sort of young prodigy.
That's
in
exactly
there,
what it's like, yeah.
Although it's more spoof and slapstick from
Yeah.
what we've seen in the trailer anyway, John. But I'll still give it a bash. I like Rebel Wilson. I think she's a very funny lady. So
Yeah, she looked as though she was pinning it, didn't she, with that comedy aspect?
definitely, yeah. Number 8 this week is Mighty Pups. I think this is a Paw Patrol release, John. It's 44 minutes long.
Wow.
Some of our YouTube shows are longer than that, but listen, it's in its
Back in the day, they went well above that,
yeah,
Stephen.
it's in its second week. Not that we should be in the top 10. In its second week, £200,000 over the weekend and £800,000 overall.
Yeah, Stephen, I spoke about this previously. Absolutely stunned, still in the top 10. I think that probably speaks volumes about the lack of competition and just the disappointing aspect of the likes of The Curse of La Llorona. Tolkien dropping down, it's just not doing that well.
No.
Sadly, 1.7, just shy of 1.7 million. And even A Dog's Journey, only 1.4 million. It's dropped out after 4 weeks. That's
What is
allowed.
the UK all about?
Yeah, it's allowed.
Come on.
It's allowed these movies to
Yeah.
stay in there. Stephen, that says it's like a Thomas the Tank Engine special release, Peppa Pig. They've combined
yeah.
a couple of episodes, put it into a cinematic release for the younger audience and try to rake in some money. Just shy of £1 million. It's not going to have worldwide box office numbers. It's not got a widespread release. Only here in the United Kingdom would you get away with releasing a lot of crap like this and have it in the top 10 for 2 weeks. I don't know anything about Mighty Pups. I've got nothing to add.
Paw Patrol, no, I don't know anything about them. But listen, John, number 9 this week is Amazing Grace. In its 3rd week, it's grossed another £100,000 over the weekend.
Yes.
500,000 overall.
Yes, this is about the late great Tarifa Franklin, not
Yeah.
Franklin. Jesus Christ, I'm saying her name wrong. I think this was
Documentary,
from,
yeah.
I think it was based on a 1971 or 72
I was actually going to see
performance.
who was playing her there, but I realised it was a documentary.
Yeah, it's actually, it'd be amazing if they did
Yeah.
a biopic. That has to happen someday. Who could you get in to voice that woman though? Such a distinctive and incredible voice.
Yeah.
$4 million in the United States, Stephen, as you did say, it's currently sitting at just over half a million pounds. So it's roughly about $5 million worldwide. Couldn't have been a massive budget. And it doesn't look like they've done any great restoration work. They've just utilised these behind the scenes documentary sort of stuff and put it together. It's a celebration of the women, obviously in performance. I've seen somebody speak about it. Apparently it's incredible. So I'll maybe see if it pops on Netflix at some point. No.
I certainly will, John, because I do like my musical documentaries. Aretha Franklin died. I can't even say her name. Last August. I can't believe that. I thought it was this year, but
I thought it was this year as well, Stephen.
I think obviously with her passing, they took it into consideration putting this thing together in her honour, and why not? But we'll move on, John, to number 10 this week. It's Muklawa, and this is a Indian release. And I don't know why I clicked on that. It's grossed nothing according to Top 10 here in its first week.
It's grossed £43,690.
Can I get that graphic put on the screen for us? Because just in case nobody believes me, it does say 00.
Yeah, I'll flash that graphic up, Stephen. Yeah, that's I think that's just because it's below like £500,000. They don't even show it.
MBE UK, get your
I'm in the Box Office Mojo side, so they gave me slightly more detailed looks. Stephen, this is also an Indian release.
Yeah.
I believe it's. It looks to me like it could be a Sikh sort of a movie. The head garb that the chap's wearing reminds me of sort of a Sikhism things.
Yeah.
It looks interesting for what it is. I think it's. I'm actually looking at your site thing because I've not got it on my screen.
I can read the synopsis just to give you an idea.
It's drama.
Yeah, it says the film is based on after the wedding custom when a newlywed bride is taken back to her husband's home for the first time, set against the backdrop of pre-partitioned era. Whatever that means.
So that's prior to. I don't know what pre-partition would be. Was that prior to the British Empire? Splitting up,
I
don't know.
Yeah.
It's very intriguing though. It's not a movie, obviously, Stephen, that I will go and watch in the cinema. I'm not Indian. I don't speak the language, so unless they flashed up subtitles for me, it's not something I would probably go and see. But look, it's only shown in 13 theatres and it's grossed £43,000. So that is a pretty superb performance for a foreign language movie over here. We've got a massive population of obviously Indian people and communities here, so not surprised to see they're going out and supporting one of our other movies and putting it into that top 10.
Why not?
Yeah, but Stephen, I ain't got much more to add, and that is going to round up this week's show. What did you guys make of the various different performances within this week's box office? Are you surprised that Aladdin's in at number 1? You shouldn't be. But are you more surprised about Avengers Endgame sitting down at number 6? Do you think it will catch Avatar and usurp it as the number 1 all-time grossing movie? If you do, comment below and let us know what your thoughts are. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content. We'll be back tomorrow with MBE Heroes.